the last opportunities for you to win, but there are plenty of them between now and then. Guardians sweep the Detroit Tigers here at home. There's a good weekend for them. 10-0 was the final. Did you go to any of these games?
No, I didn't make it out. I was doing shows, and I went to a friends and family dinner of the new restaurant that is in the space where Lola was. It's called Cordelia.
Cordelia. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, yeah?
It was so good.
French fries?
They didn't have any French fries. Well, they did actually.
They call them frites, Mary.
They had
it's a classy
JoJo's.
joint.
Oh, JoJo's!
They had chicken fried JoJo's.
Those are the potatoes?
Yeah.
Potato
We've talked
wedges.
about JoJo's
Mm-hmm.
before. I think what was that guy's name?
Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah, Spuds McKenzie.
He called in.
So they had JoJo's. They had a lot of very, flavorful food, and it was all pretty light. So, you didn't feel like, Alan, you'd love this place because you don't feel weighed down when you're done eating.
I like that.
Full-size plate, smaller portions.
That's how
They're
they
very
do it.
shareable portions, so
Yeah.
it's like a lot of family-style stuff. So everything I ate was fantastic.
Really?
And a lot of people that used to work at Greenhouse work there.
Oh, okay.
They're all great. They're all. I was watching the owners and the GM all walking around. I'm like, oh, these guys have awesome sneakers too. So we all got along. I mean, I've known those guys too from when they worked at Greenhouse, but it was just cool to see them bring this place to life, and the food was just so good. So definitely check out Cordelia.
All right, cool. Where's my birthday cake, Cordelia? I guess that's a different thing. But yeah, okay, there you go. Poundcake's at home, for people who are asking, because he got the Rona in Vegas. People are like, are you guys in the new studios? Yes, that's why Poundcake himself sounds awful, because he's at home on a headset mic. We're all in the brand new studios. No, I don't know. People are asking me, as I'm sure they're asking you guys too, when we're going to be downtown, and I have no answer for you whatsoever. I have no idea, no clue.
A lot of the people at my morning job keep asking me. They're like, hey, are you in the new studio yet? I'm like, nope. You'll know, believe me, because I'll be running crazy, getting out of here every afternoon.
Yeah. Well, there is going to be, I'm in the process of setting it up, and I don't know when it will be, but a day when the four of us can go down there and kind of get a lay of the land and
test run
and how everything is going to... What's that?
I said, play around with things.
Well, you won't be. You won't be allowed to touch anything.
No,
Except
your
the only thing you'll be allowed to touch is yourself, just like at home.
Man.
We'll go, here's the closet that you'll be in answering the phones, the windowless closet. No, I don't know.
Decorated?
What's that?
I said, will the closet at least be decorated? Will I have a Justin Timberlake picture or something in there?
No, they want that. They don't.
It's sterile.
The company doesn't want. The company doesn't want this place to look like anybody works there. They want this place. They're like, they don't want coats on the back of chairs. They don't want it to look. Yeah, I don't know what the point of that is.
Pristine.
Whatever.
Professional.
Yeah, it's a radio station. I don't know what they're looking for.
No personality.
we want the personality coming out of the speakers, not reverberating through the workspace. So one more step towards our robot overlords. I guess I don't know, but again, I don't know. And I hate to be dismissive when the listeners will ask me questions. Who am I kidding? I love being dismissive. But I just don't I don't have an answer for you. Don't have anything like. I'm sure that there are people around here who know more than I do. I'm usually the last to find anything out around here. But I don't know when that is going to be.
Do you think it'll be a full year? Because they said October.
No idea.
No.
Do not know. I mean, they were giving us these little signposts for a while when we were doing the live show downtown for the Guardians home opener. They were like, probably the week after the 4th, you're going to be in. I go, man, don't tell me anything, because it never is until I get some email that says, okay, here's a schedule of what's going to happen and when. And that might be coming. I don't know. But I don't ask I don't ask questions. I haven't asked questions in a long time.
I had
because it's not going to do anything.
a conversation with another person who is still in this building, and they were saying that they're putting their money on this building essentially just imploding on itself, and then them being like, well, I guess we have to go Monday. Everyone figure your stuff out. You got 48 hours to get downtown and make it work.
There's nothing wrong with this building. It's just that,
well, I mean, all the equipment's old and nobody's fixing anything, and
I'm not worried about that either. It's just, This equipment has been old for a long time. You know, it's not gonna.
But it's sturdy.
The reason we're moving downtown is because they realized how little space they could get by with. It's a space issue. It's not an equipment issue. Obviously, it's all brand new equipment because it's a new facility. But the reason we're moving is because they were like, why do we have this huge footprint in this building with a bunch of radio stations when we can cut it down by a third or 2/3 and be just fine?
We did used to have a lot of space. We had this entire floor.
Well, yeah.
Like we just had
In their
storage for, like,
defense, they don't need it anymore. After the pandemic, they're like, there's still a lot of people working from home and blah, blah, blah. So they don't need all that space because people aren't in every single day. We are, but I mean, the people who were on the other side of the floor aren't, you know. I ran into a guy a while ago, and I was like, oh, hey, man, what's up? And I was kind of catching up with him, and I almost wanted to ask him if he still worked for us.
Right.
Because I didn't know.
Why would you?
I thought he did. I was pretty sure he did. But when somebody left the company, you'd get an email. So-and-so's no longer here. They don't do that anymore. Haven't done that for a long time. So
They
I
don't
don't.
listen to lists. It'd be too depressing.
Well, I just don't know. Like, what I'll see somebody. I'll be like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" You know, and like, I can still, you know, have a brief conversation with them. But I said I kind of tried to slide it in. I'm like, "Have you been downtown yet?" That's the entree for them to go. Oh, I don't work anymore for the.
Yeah, I'm over to Walgreens.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He goes, yeah, I've been down a couple of times, and you know, so there are people that we just don't see that often in general because it's just not what it is. But insofar as when people are naturally curious about it, and don't get me wrong, I'm curious too. It's just asking questions. There are no answers, so it's like I don't have, you know,
I've only gone the one time.
it's a shifting What's that?
I said I've only gone down there the one time when we all did the walkthrough, and I used the parking deck and everything. So I haven't used the parking deck or like the building since.
Oh, the parking is the best. That's the best part of the whole thing. It's the
real
best
nice.
part of the whole
Using it
thing.
all weekend.
Oh my
It's nice,
God,
because I was
so choice.
down there all weekend. It was for hilarities. It's the best for baseball games. The best.
Yeah, it's going to be
Love it.
dynamite. Yeah, so I went down after the ball game last Tuesday night just to kind of look around, but it looked pretty much the same. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, looks great. When we're down there, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fantastic. I have no clue when that is. And now I've over-explained it. Let me give you some, no, it will not change the signal range. No, they're not moving the tower. They're moving the office. I've got to give you some money here. Not have to, want to. I want to give you some money. This is not under duress. It's $1,000, a chance for
pleasure.
you to go. It's a pleasure. It's a delight. $1,000 to go fuel yourself. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword GREEN at WMMS.com. That's green. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
By the way, congratulations to these two crazy kids. See if I get the names right, because I don't want to mispronounce them. Benjamin Affleck and Jennifer Lopez
Nailed it.
got married. They went to Las Vegas like a mature couple, and they finally made it official. He looks great. She looks great. I anticipate I think it might get confusing when both of your wives are named Jennifer. So hopefully I'm sure they've had that figured out for a while. And J-Lo got to him.
That's all they gotta say.
J-Lo got to him first. He was with her before Jennifer Garner. So they both went off and did their thing, had their kids, came back. That's the move, boy. They're not gonna have kids. So they're now officially married.
Oh,
It's sweet.
it is.
This seems to be one of the recent celebrity, and it's because obviously they had a previous history and they were engaged before, and then it all fell apart and whatever. So this seems to be the celebrity reunion for which there are no haters. There's no one complaining about this. I think because it speaks to that fantasy everyone has at some point in their life where they go, man, that one got away. You might be fortunate enough to be with the person, you know, You might not have somebody who got away. A lot of people don't have that. Some people are like, I've met her when I was 12, and it's been bliss ever since. Whatever. His name is Benjamin Geza Affleck. Did you know that was his Geza?
Did not know that.
And she's Jennifer Lynn Lopez. And they got their marriage license in Las Vegas. Made it all official.
Good for them.
They first got engaged 20 years ago.
Oh.
And then broke it off a couple of years later.
To those who wait. You know?
Is that what it is?
I guess.
Yeah.
She said she's taking his last name, too. She's going to switch it up.
She is?
That's what I heard.
JF?
JF.
Is she going to be JF?
I think she's going to go by Jaff.
Oh, that's great.
Choosing dudes, choose Jaff.
But think about it. They were like, we got married to other people. We had kids with those people. We had... J-Lo's been married a bunch of times. I think Jennifer Garner was Geza's only wife. And they were like, the rumors start to seep out that they're both not over the other person. That they made such... And I think it's because they didn't break off their engagement 20 years ago because they didn't want to do it anymore. Life just got in the way.
It's just a business decision.
Yes, it was like it was torn from them. Mm-hmm. They were like, oh, now what am I going to do? What's that girl from Alias up to? And Ben Affleck went off and did his own thing. And J-Lo went off and did her own thing. And she looks great. She looks dynamite. That's how you know she's super into this guy. Because he's gone through all kinds of physical fluctuations.
Dude, I don't care. Even fat Ben Affleck was still hot. Like, the chubby beer gut Affleck could still get it.
Now, why is that? Because I'm surprised to hear that. Jennifer Lopez is somebody who, because she's a live performer and because she's still kind of trying to, she's kind of trying to still be relevant in the pop world. She keeps herself in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, she has never changed, so she hasn't changed that much. He has. Like, he went from movie star, young whippersnapper movie star Affleck to, like, dad bod and gray beard and everything, which was still hot because it's like, oh, he's a dad. He's like he's so attractive and so rich that he doesn't have to be attractive and rich. So that's what makes him attractive.
That tattoo.
Boy,
that tattoo that he has, though.
The back tattoo?
Yeah.
Why are people giving him a hard time about that? Isn't it just some like Japanese back tattoo?
It's just so big. And
well, that's what a back tattoo is.
Also, when he was
Roger
fat,
Stone's got Nixon's face back there. I don't know how what Ben
never
Affleck's
fat.
rocking.
He was chubby.
And he wasn't even chubby. He just wasn't perfect for 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was never, like, ugly. People were trying to play him like, oh, he's out of shape and he's so overweight.
He was on vacation. He was
drinking.
Well, that'll do it, though. I mean, I think that was part of what happened with the, But
he was a part of meme culture because he was outside of his house and the paparazzi would wait out there. He would have a cigarette and just be like, oh, I just need 5 minutes away from the kids. And they would just take a picture of that and he would go viral. Mm-hmm. But he was never not hot. So I approve of this relationship 110%.
He's got the Poundcake stamp of approval.
He's got his imprimatur right there on it. That's right.
That's why they got married.
And he has a hog.
But you can be...
What, like a farm or something?
No, he saw Sidecap and Gone Girl, and he's been eating dinner on that for the last 10 years.
It's him, though.
Huh? I know.
It's him, though.
I know.
It's not like a fake one.
I know, but I'm just saying, you're very pleased by that half a second in that movie.
Some guys won't do that, though.
Well, some small guys won't do that. According to you, it's just fine. He's got no problems with that.
But some small guys will. And that's, I think, even more brave.
That's pretty brave.
Jason Segel, for instance. Listen, Jennifer Lopez was in a movie back in the day called Anaconda. And then she marries Ben Affleck.
Foreshadowing.
Foreskin shadowing. Hello. Coincidence? I don't think so. So anyway, congratulations to those crazy kids, because I think that I'm a big Affleck booster. You can be good looking and still out of shape. And
Mary?
What?
Who'd you rather, Ben Affleck or Matt Damon?
I thought you were saying...
You can still be good looking and out of shape. And he goes, yeah, like Mary.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was saying.
No.
Thanks, Cody. Ben Affleck or who?
Matt Damon, the Boston Boys.
Dang, that's hard. Probably Ben Affleck. He seems funnier. Doesn't he?
Okay.
Seems more chill.
Then whom?
Than Matt Damon.
He seems funnier than Matt Damon? Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. But they're probably pretty well matched. I just like that J-Lo is 3 or 4 years older than Ben Affleck. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Ew, gross. Call it off, Ben.
She's a grandma.
They're already married. He's...
Get it annulled.
Yeah, he'll be 50 in about a month. And she's 53 or 54, I think. So, she's been married 4 times. This is number 4. And he's been married once before.
She's 52. We'll be 53 next week.
Hey, there you go.
Wow, look at
Sunday, I think.
There
So
you go.
is she-
So like 3 and some change. What?
Is she guaranteed to be on menopause or off of menopause, or what is that?
What do you think menopause is?
Is she guaranteed to be on menopause?
To be on
Like,
or
on
off?
or off menopause?
It's not like your period where you are
Like,
on
did she already
your
have
period.
menopause? Is she postmenopausal?
I don't know. That happens at different times for women. Some women
That's
get.
why I was asking now. Like,
I don't know that she's.
Yeah, and they don't always announce it. They don't go, well, I'm dried up.
I don't
No
know.
more eggs left in the basket.
Yeah, I don't know that that's something that she's mentioned.
don't you care if it's J-Lo?
What does that matter?
Why would you? I don't think they're going to have kids. I mean, like,
Yeah, they both
why
have-
would you
I'm
care
not talking
anyway?
about that, but just like the moist stuff.
That's not what happens in
That's not
menopause,
really- that's-
Cody.
Well, it can be part of it.
Yeah, but menopause
That's
just
how you
means you
dry
don't ovulate anymore. It doesn't mean you can't get excited and lubricated.
Right, but to his point, there are a lot of secondary things that come with that. I mean,
I
there's- yeah.
understand, but that
And they're
doesn't mean
rich.
you
They'll be fine.
stop
They'll-
ovulating in the desert, sand.
Probably got
Right.
one of those, like a big gallon drum, or like a 50-gallon drum of lube that they just pump and go, let's do this.
Yeah, they got a pogo stick full of Astroglide, and it just, they're in good shape. They'll be fine. There are all kinds of ways that you can, and frankly, there are all kinds of women premenopausal who aren't getting wet.
Right.
So it's not necessarily just that issue, but I doubt she cares. Some women can get well into it does get to a point. A gynecologist will tell you, like, you don't want it to be too long before you get into menopause. Like,
Yeah,
there's
like
some women,
70.
well, or like early 60s or something. There's women well into their 50s who like aren't even in perimenopause yet, and the doctor's like, we got to do something
gotta-
here
yeah.
because
My mom was like that. It took her
it can
forever.
really up your rate for some bad things to happen.
Well, that was just like when it happens to someone in your family. I'm like, dude, I don't want to have my period till I'm 60. God, that's so long. It's so much of your life.
I've put in my time on the rag.
Right.
I've put in my time.
It's forever. It's kind of like your own retirement. It's like when you get to think about, like, I don't even have to do it anymore.
Oh, it's so nice.
Just a few more years.
My vaginal retirement.
Yes.
Yep. I got a gold tampon. Mm-hmm. It's the best. Well, I'm sure that there's some kind of calculator that maybe there's an app that J-Lo's got. And that's what sealed the deal for Ben Affleck. When they talked about getting married, she showed him the menopause counter, and he's like, let's do it.
Perfect.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears. The bears can smell the menstruation.
Yeah. She's dynamite. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't think anybody's disagreeing with you.
She used to be a fly girl. This is well known on In Living Color. But you know what I think of her now? She's a fly woman.
Interesting.
That's someone's fly wife. You watch your mouth.
That's right. Ben Affleck's fly wife. And she is fly boy. She got cakes for days.
Is it still insured for all that money?
I thought that was an urban legend.
I thought it was very true.
That her ass was insured. Like, what's going to happen to your ass?
moneymaker.
How do you cash that in? I fell.
You can have
I sa-
accidents that hurt your ass or make it
you
so you can't
can,
shake
but
it.
are they worth $1 million or whatever?
Probably way more than $1 million because that's. I mean, she's made a career off of having a big, nice tush.
Yeah, that's true.
Should I make the joke?
Feel free.
It's really an asset.
Can I retract my... She didn't even say that loud. She didn't believe in it.
No
She
confidence
was
in that.
I
so...
didn't
There was
believe in it.
none at all.
I thought you guys would have been way ahead of that.
None
if it's
at all.
insured,
I mean, it's
it's an
definitely-
asset.
No, I didn't. I was behind.
Ah!
I was not ahead of that one.
I did.
All right, let me get out of all this and take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch there, and you can listen anywhere you are and leave messages.